Namaste, everybody. How's everybody doing? Okay, I hope you're namasteing. Don't namaste away from me, though. Okay. Why am I being silly? Okay, I'm slap happy. Computer. I was just looking for my phone. Would you believe that? I was just gonna go get my phone and it was in my hand. I'm on my phone. Okay. All right, guys. I need a little lipstick. Hold on a second. Hold on. So I have big news for you guys. Big news. Big news. Okay. A little pink color. I just got adjusted from my favorite chiropractor, so I feel pretty good. Anyhow, and no headache today, right? I've been on my phone and the computer at home. I'm not trying to rhyme, okay? It's not time for rhyme. All right. I've been on the computer. Actually, Devin is, but I was trying to help him. Since like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe 12 o'clock. I don't know. Definitely before 12 o'clock because we didn't want them to go out on lunch. And then once people go on lunch here in Texas, they don't come back for a couple hours. So, okay. Yeah. Anyhow, all right. So, I know Devin's in the store getting his gun. Okay, don't tell anybody. Anyway, his gun. He's got like 5 of them. Anyway, well, this is the 5th one. I told him this better be the last one. Anyhow, he doesn't watch me, so don't worry about it. Well, this is Texas. Okay. Anyway, so good news, guys. Sad news for my hair. Right? Even though it's looking nice, right? Nice and purple. And I got my purple rain on. So this morning, I put my legs up against the headboard to be in an L shape. That's like a yoga position to drain all the blood from your ankles and your feet into your legs. And it's supposed to help you relax your body. Sometimes getting into that position is really hard for me because it's like a little bit of an awkward position. My back locks, but my back was okay. So I was able to get into that position, put my legs up on the headboard. Devin wasn't there. He was already up and at the chiropractor and doing errands, and then he was home. But anyhow, I couldn't fall back to sleep. And did I take a muscle relaxant? No, I did not. Because I don't like to take it unless I really have severe pain and need to go to sleep. I've been going to sleep pretty much, like last night was 1:30. That was a little bit later than I usually fall asleep. Because I think I took my pill around 1. All right, it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. You want me to hurry up. Okay. So around 10:30-ish, my phone's ringing and I notice it's the school department. And I was like, no, I don't even have all my paperwork done. Because I took a day off yesterday from doing paperwork, right? It's just, it goes on for days and days. So some days I just like, no, can't do it. So, yeah, the workshop was on Tuesday. So yesterday, yeah, I wanted a break yesterday. Well, when I say I wanted a break for Devin too. I didn't want him to have to guide me on it because I kind of knew it was going to be bad. Anyhow, get to the point. Stop being ADD. Okay. Undiagnosed. So my legs are up here and I'm trying to fall back to sleep, and my soul sisters are texting each other, Unicorn and Merry Mermaid, you know who you are. And so I'm like, I'm not falling back to sleep. I'm trying to be in the conversation but yet be out of the conversation. But then there's a missing girl, so I was giving my thoughts about it, about her, which weren't good. And then before you know it, you feel awake. But then I was trying to put myself back to sleep by just listening to just like YouTube. And then I notice it's the school system. So I'm like, oh, what paperwork did I do wrong this time I know that maybe she's calling me to tell me, hey, when are you going to finish your paperwork? Because I didn't. You have to go through all these steps, and then when you're finally done with all these steps, then you'll get to sign the papers, and then you'll be done. And then you'll get the number to get activated. I'm not activated yet. So I'm like, all right, I better answer it. So I answer it, and it's like the boss. And she says to me, I just want to ask you, there's been 2 job, you wrote down maybe on the list. It said, are you willing to do a long-term subbing assignment? Now, I always wanted that when I first moved here. I always asked the people in the offices and the principals in the school, if any teacher goes out pregnant or sick, I could be your man for the long-term assignment. But they never let me be the man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They never let me be that long-term teacher. So when I was sitting in the workshop on Tuesday, the boss sat down there was 2 older ladies sitting next to me, and the boss asked this one lady sitting there and offered her a position, and that she could do, like, when they offer you a position, you don't know when the end of it will be. Maybe the end of it will be like, I can't take it anymore, so I want to go back to regular subbing whenever I friggin' want. So anyhow, I was a little insulted because first of all, she didn't say hi to me. She didn't say, how you doing? She didn't acknowledge my existence. So I guess I felt like I was invisible again, or that she hated me, which could be. You know, Devin says, no, you're paranoid, but I always still, I'm on the fence with who hates me and who doesn't like me or who just wants to ignore me. Anyhow, so she didn't offer it to me. I've been working there 7 years, and she didn't offer it to me, and I was like, okay, whatevers. So I just went about my business of being ignored. But so when she called me, this is the first time this has ever happened, except for when I worked in a private school, and they offered me a couple of different things. But it was art teacher for 9th grade, and those kids are fresh. I'm not dealing with that. The other teacher quit, or she got fired because of what those kids did. They would just film you with their phones. They would just be on Facebook when you're trying to teach a lesson, or Instagram, and you would tell them, you're supposed to be doing your work, and they're like, we're allowed to be on the computers. Meanwhile, they were all, probably Snapchatting me sitting at the desk into the world. Anyhow, because they got another teacher fired, and one of them said to me, we could do it to you too. So anyhow, all right, erase bad memories. They're gone. Fly like a butterfly, bad memories. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay. No matter how much you try, you can't catch me. Okay. No, you can. I'm always right here. Anyway. Okay, so serious. Wait. It only stays on one level. Okay, so I'm happy because she offered me on a silver platter. She goes, Kathleen, all right, so I just doxed myself. You guys know I say that's my name. She goes, we have 2 positions. One is kindergarten, and the other one is 3rd grade. And I was like, okay. And now, remember, my legs are up. I'm tired. I was trying to fall back into sleep, into a nightmare, a daymare. I didn't care which, because I wanted to get a couple more hours, but it wasn't happening. So I slowly turned my legs around, trying to not let her know that I'm just getting out of bed. Anyway, because why should I be up and about if I'm not at work? I usually try to, chillax unless I'm working or I have an appointment. Anyhow, so I said, okay, what does that mean? And she goes, well, the third grade position doesn't have a teacher to be in front of the room when school starts, and the kindergarten doesn't have a teacher. So you have your pick if you would like it. Any of them. Maybe you'd like none of them. And then she goes, before you decide, and I was like, I need to call you back. I need to talk to my husband. I got nervous because I was like, do I really want to do that? I thought I was phasing into the next part of my life, and I was actually, the last couple of days I was getting very heavily into my books, not reading books, my books that I've written, because I was like, when am I going to start promoting my books again? Tommy Extra isn't going to sell itself, okay? When is mommy going to come home? She's not coming home, okay? Alright, that's not funny. That is not funny. Okay, sorry. See, when I have to be serious. So she said, oh, no, of course, take some time. Take the time, all the time that you want. But meanwhile, I can hear it behind her voice that it was really important to let her know soon. So I actually didn't call her back for over an hour. And then Devin said, you gotta call her back. So what she said was, there isn't a teacher coming back. You wouldn't be filling in for a teacher for a little while because the teacher is coming back. She said these two teachers aren't there. There are no teachers coming back. So she goes, but just so you don't get worried, she goes, whether you take the kindergarten or the third grade, she goes, if you could just do even a month and you say, listen, this isn't for me, I want to go back to regular subbing whenever the F I want. Okay, she didn't say F. Or say you're there 2 months and you say, I got to go out of town, I have a trip that was planned. She goes, and we can make arrangements for that. Whatever you could do to help us out, we would really like it. It's indefinite. And I was like, there's no teachers? She was like, yeah, this is just 2 of the slots that we have. There's a whole bunch of librarian positions that there's no teachers, secretary, nurses. Yeah, and when I sub, you could get called to be a secretary, which I'm a terrible one because, it involves the computer. I'm pretty good with the phone, but usually I hang up on people. But I worked in the city, and I was pretty good with the switchboard. Yeah, the old-fashioned switchboard, they had that, and then the phone. Anyhow, but so I was like, you know what? I talked it over with Devin. I was laughing, I was crying, Then I decided I'm gonna do. He goes, you could do whatever you want, but he goes, your whole face lit up, and it was white, but it lit up that you finally offered something. You wanted to be offered something forever, but I'm not the 52-year-old that I was 7 years ago. Okay, I got back problems, neck problems, arthritis. I don't understand the computer, and you have to put in grades. So that was one of the questions. Would somebody be able to help me with that? Even just putting the attendance on the computer, turning the computer on. You think that I'm telling a lie. I'm not telling a lie. I have like a phobia of it, and I'm very good with my phone. So Devin keeps on saying, if you can run a YouTube channel and do all these things with your YouTube, he goes, you know how to do that. So it's just pushing buttons and you'll be able to do it. They'll help you. So, he goes, just ask that question. So I did, and I called back and I said, I'll take the kindergarten. And I started feeling magical, and I started thinking about the kids, and Devin was saying, after a couple of months, you might, say this isn't for you and want to leave them. He goes, but you won't leave kindergarten kids. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I won't. But what if the third grade, I'm going to leave them? And he was like, yeah, you might, because if it's third grade, you have 2 classes or 3. This is how they do it in Texas. I don't know if they do this in New York. I wasn't aware of it. The kids in kindergarten, first, and of course pre-K. Pre-K, kindergarten, first, and second stay in with the classroom teacher all day in one room, right? And sometimes they go to library or they go to gym, but other than that, they have that one teacher. That's what I like. But third, fourth, and fifth, they switch classes. So they go to other teachers. Sometimes it's just one other teacher. So one teacher teaches like math and science to all the third graders, and the other teacher teaches English, which I hope they give that to me because that's my forte. Not good with math over here, but if I had to do it, I have to do it. I've taught fourth grade, fifth grade math. Didn't like it, but I did it. Anyhow, so I was all set up. She was like, "Oh, you sure? Oh, yeah." And I was like, "Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate it." And she was like, "We appreciate you. Thank you for taking it and helping us out." So I was all set up with I'm going to go look at my classroom. I said, "Can I get there this week?" She said, "No, but we're having a meeting on Monday, and then after the meeting, you go right in, and I'm sure you'll meet with the grade, and there's only one other teacher, that you'll deal with." And I was like, "I think I know her. I subbed for her or something." Then a couple hours later, I'm trying to do the paperwork with Devin, and we're falling into all these rabbit holes and making phone calls to the tech help. And the tech help, of course, isn't in that building. It's in a high school building. And they were like, "Maybe you'll have to come here with your phone and show me the things." And I was making all these calls, and I'm... Oh,
God.
Okay. To be continued.
Okay.
To be continued, okay? I'll get to the point later. You okay?